There are so many good A24 movies out there. You know, throughout your life, if you're a movie fan, there's always that one big indie sort of small studio that makes all your favorite movies. In the 90s, it was Miramax. If you saw a Miramax logo on a video in Blockbuster, you were grabbing it, baby, because you know at least it was going to be interesting. Focus Features, Sony Pictures Classics, of course, IFC Films still doing the damn thing, Neon, but the big daddy Annapurna in recent memory, all that Larry Ellison Oracle money going to a good cause, entertaining us with great movies. Recently, though, A24 has risen above everyone else to make just the best American independent cinema out there. And they're a studio, they have money, but you know what I mean by independent. It's not so much a financial thing as it is an aesthetic thing. A24 is making the best in America and some international independent cinema. And we're going to try to rank. You can look up the list. We're not going to list them all because there's too many. But if you want to like pull up on Wikipedia, there's a list of all the A24 movies ever made. We're going to go through and try to come up with the top 10. We have to come up with one list. So Joe and I have to mend our differences.
No, we will though. I know
we have to come up with one list. So Joe, what I wanted let's I've kind of tiered them out here. I've got some honorable mentions. Okay. I've got 1 through 10, but I have like my 1 through 10 is still like 13 movies.
Right,
so so let's start with 10, 10, 9, 8. Sell me on some 10, 9, 8s. What's like just cracking your top 10?
Okay. Here's one. I'm going to start with an olive branch.
Yes.
Down here around 8, 9, 10, I think this podcast, also just because we host it and it's our opinions, I think Dix the Musical has to be on the list.
Ooh, I like that.
Dix the Musical is the fucking best. And I love that A24 even bothered to make it at all. It cracked us up. That's one that I might have around there, Brett. Some other like...
Because part of this list is also about representing the variety of movies we get from A24. They do horror, they do comedy, they do prestige drama, they do it all.
Right.
I've got Dix at... I have Dix at number 10.
Okay, me too.
Okay.
All right, first one on the list. We're putting Dix there, okay?
Now, I have, at number 10, I will say, I have Dix / Green Room. I don't know why I combined Dix and two movies that could not be more different, but just felt like in their own way, on their own islands, outliers. Green Room, if you haven't seen it, I watched it just yesterday. I've never seen it before. I freaking loved it. So it's amazing, might have a little recency bias.
No.
But the plot is fantastic. The violence is just overwhelming. But the plot is amazing. Punks fighting Nazis in a club outside Portland. That I think it's a little bit of recency bias. I'm going to knock that back into my honorable mentions. I think Dix goes to number 10.
I like that very much. I mean, really, honestly, 10, 9, 8, it's all a matter of, I don't know what, like, or maybe I hate to change up the bit midstream, but should we start with, like, sure fucking things? Like, here's, like, a bunch of random ones.
Like, I only have 4 certain things.
Here's some other, like, things that I think could be on the list.
Hit me with your 8, 9s, 10s. I'm going to tell you where they fall for me, and we can go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have Priscilla. I have, like, 9.
Okay.
And I have Zone of Interest around 8. Zone of Interest could also be 1, though.
Yeah. Do you also have because Glazer also has Under the Skin on A24, and I don't think we should put 2 Glazers on here.
That's what I thought until I thought about it, and like, what if those? But just to think about, what if those 2 movies are just 2 of the top 10 best A24 movies ever made? Like, yes, like Brett, like we might put 1 down for now, but like we have to remember, like, oh, I really liked whatever First Cow. It's like, yeah, I know, but Zone of Interest like is better than fucking First Cow, and Under the Skin's better than many movies.
And
ever.
they're so different, so it's like,
I don't know. I mean, I'm just afraid that. Okay, look. So those might be on at
Zone
the bottom.
of Interest was literally my first honorable mention. The only reason it's not my top 10 is I didn't want to put 2 Glazers because I have Under the Skin at number 4. Under the Skin is a high
4.
Rank.
Yeah, it'll be up there.
Under the Skin is a high ranker for me.
What about Moonlight? Like 9.
I have Moonlight at 3.
Okay. But so it's going to be on the list. It's going to be on the list.
So it's all right. Well, that one we can then put on because it's 3 for me, 9 for you. Let's split the difference and put it at 5.
Great.
All right. So Moonlight at 5.
Yeah, that seems correct. Or wrong. I mean, or it's number 1. You know, like Moonlight's good.
They're all going to feel low.
Moonlight's
they're all classics.
Yeah,
they're all going to feel like they're not getting their due.
Okay. Did you like First Reformed?
I'm
obsessed.
I did. I liked it a lot. It's that's in my honorable mention tier 1. It's in my first set of honorable mentions just because here's why it doesn't crack the top 10.
Okay.
It's a little bit of like almost like a Boy Who Cried Wolf thing with Paul Schrader where he does guy writing in journals so many times. and so many times in like an underwhelming way, you know, like in the Oscar Isaac's movie,
The Card Counter.
And I mean, it's in like, and he already did it in Taxi Driver, you know, like it's like, and then we're going back, like we're always doing guy writing and journal, so it's almost like you do it too many times. Of course, it's gonna work out eventually, sometimes, but he almost does it too much.
Okay.
Like First Reformed is like too much like Paul Schrader's bad movies. That it like it like it has the tropes of his bad movies.
Sure.
That it kind of, I'm like,
Religion.
I almost like don't want to reward. It's like,
but Hawk makes like. Hawk and the main character make his whole.
I like it a lot.
His 6 things all. All right, look, we'll leave it there for now. Look, I
leave
know
it right outside the top 10.
What about on? You know, we're gonna have to put an Ari Aster on here. Like, and I know you like Bo.
Yes.
You're not obsessed with Bo. I think Bo should be on the list. I bet I'm just putting words in your mouth. Bo wasn't on your top 10 Ari Aster pick, right?
No, I have
Midsommar.
I have Midsommar at 5.
Okay, fine.
Midsommar to me is the best.
Fine. I will put Midsommar above Hereditary. Let's put it at 6.
Midsommar at 6.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's find out here. Let's start by which do we have in common in our top 10s?
Right.
And those are definitely
All
going
right.
on.
Well, here's one that might be controversial, but like for me, it has to be on the list. Is Lady Bird?
Oh no.
Brett,
I'll fight you to
Brett,
the death on that one.
No. But this is me being a good person for once in my life and understanding.
That's not how we do this.
Ladies Bird
Go with
is
your-
actually good.
You think it's actually good?
I think it's 5 fucking stars. I love Lady Bird.
Sell me on Lady Bird.
Oh my God. You know, there's a lot of coming of age movies, but sometimes when they actually work, they actually fucking work. The 2 performances in that movie are absolutely stunning between Saoirse and the mother. And our guy from Civil War's in it and is so funny. And Timothy Chalamet is so good in it.
Chalamet is
It's
very
charming.
funny.
It's funny. It saved Dave Matthews Band with that amazing crash part.
God,
it's
great.
Greta Gerwig's only good movie, and I just think it's emblematic of A24 in this era.
I
That's
mean,
my
I'm
argument
tempted to do
for
it for Laurie Metcalf, who's
Yes, oh my God,
I
Metcalf,
love Laurie
she's
Metcalf,
amazing in
but
that movie, dude.
and Tracy Letts is really fun in it.
Lady Bird. Okay, look, because you're saying we have to like honor all the different parts of A24.
Yes.
Greta is like she is one of the beating hearts of everything they'd ever want to accomplish, and Lady Bird is her masterpiece par excellence.
Damn, I don't even have Lady Bird in my top like 30.
Par excellence. Okay, well then,
Okay.
let's sit on that for a second. Here's one we definitely have. You have Uncut Gems on your list, yes?
I have Uncut Gems at 2.
Fine.
Is it 2?
I have it at 3. So
all right, we'll put it at 2.
It's one of those.
Yeah, let's put it at 2. Because Moonlight was my 3.
Okay, fine. But then I have a 3. I have a 3 to pitch you then.
Well, you have. Well, okay. Tell me what your 3 is.
Well, my 3 was Uncut Gems. My 2 was Ex Machina. Where's Ex Machina?
Joe,
don't tell me it's not in your top 10.
not my top 10. Not my top 10. Not my top 10.
What's
So
your
here's
fucking
why.
top 10?
Here's why. I had such a poor experience.
What's in your fucking top 10?
Watching
The Spectacular Now?
watching Charles Swan, the first one.
Right.
Look, here's the thing.
The fuck?
I thought Civil War was such a miss.
I almost put it at 10.
It made me reapproach Alex Garland's.
You're doing
No,
a bit.
and I not because I did it honestly. Annihilation still stands for me, but Annihilation is not an A24 movie. Annihilation, I think, is still a Stone Cold classic.
Not on the list.
Ex Machina is great. I have it in my first tier of honorable mentions. But like,
What do you have?
all right, fine.
Tell me.
Well, I think.
I want to know what you
Okay.
have. What do you have? A fucking Florida Project. We're both gonna have that.
All right. I have Florida.
That movie's amazing.
I have Florida Project at
1.
number 1. Florida Project to me is
Yes.
just like if you haven't watched it or if you watched it and you forget, rewatch.
You don't
Florida
have Under
Project.
the Skin
It is
above it? Under
no.
the Skin's your movie, I thought.
No. I went back and thought about this really carefully. The movie I had the most profound experience watching out of all these, even more than Uncut Gems, is the Florida Project for me. Florida Project is number 1.
Yeah, I agree with you. Number 1.
Wow, we got Florida Project at 1.
It's not my number 1.
I thought you wanted Spring Breakers at 1.
Spring Breakers is my number 1.
I put that at 1. I think because I rewatched Spring Breakers today.
This is the best movie.
It's the most A24 movie.
Okay, thank you.
It's the most.
Right.
It is like that's American culture. That's what I wanted in fucking Civil War.
The alien just like
The Brits don't
just
get
dragging Selena
it.
Gomez around.
You know what? You know how I can sum up Civil War in
Yeah.
one sentence?
Yeah.
Do you remember that tweet that was going around where it was like when Creed performed at that Cowboys game, and Scott Stapp's running around with like the Cowboys jersey on, and there's like Cirque du Soleil going on, and he's just singing higher, and that guitarist with like the soul patch is going crazy, and the tweet was just like, the European mind can't understand this. That is Civil War to me. That's the problem with Civil War. It has so little American culture in it. He gets close with the rednecks, but he just ripped that out of other movies. Spring Breakers is American culture. It is A24.
Okay,
That's going to be at number 1. We can't put Florida Project at 2. That's 2 Florida movies.
Fine, we'll put it at 3.
3.
Then.
All right.
And, what? Uncut Gems 2?
Uncut Gems at 2.
Okay, but to put a cap on it, the Florida Project is amazing,
Yeah.
and it's not even my personal favorite Sean Baker movie. That's Tangerine.
Tangerine, but it's not
one of
A24.
my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Red Rocket's great too.
Yes, but
this guy doesn't miss.
That is A24, but that's
Yes.
no.
That's not gonna
Florida
make top
Project. My number 1 pick on my list too was the movie Harmony Korine's Spring Breakers. Not only was it one of the greatest in-theater experiences I ever had, Brett, because it is Americana. I saw it in a packed theater opening night in Paris, France.
Wow.
And all of the kids in my screening were aghast and agog at looking at what fucking America is. And you know what they wanted at the end? They wanted to dance around with the fucking ski masks on and go live in Florida, because that movie is so perfect. I love it. Brett said it earlier today. I'll agree with him. Uncancel James Franco. No, I'm just kidding.
I said that as a joke. I said that as a joke.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's my number 1 as well. That movie is incredible. I've been talking about it ever since I saw it.
You know who's also a scumbag? Harmony Korine.
I love him.
We're talking about movies. They're all fucking scumbags.
1 Spring Breakers, 2 Uncut Gems, 3 Florida Project.
That's a great top 3.
True.
That's a great
That's
top
true.
3.
Brett, okay, I'm very happy with that.
Here's here's what's gonna happen with Ex Machina.
Yeah, talk to me.
We're each gonna throw a movie, and in midair they're gonna hit each other and explode, because neither of us are getting either of these movies on this list. You're not getting Ex Machina in the top 10. Sorry. And I know I'm not getting 20th Century Women in the top 10.
Oh God, well say your eulogy now.
20th Century Women is is such a sad, hallucinatory, beautiful movie. Annette Bening, my favorite actor of the 21st century, Annette Bening gives her best performance of the 21st century in 20th Century Women. Finally, Annette gets a movie around her to make a killer performance in. She's amazing in American Beauty. Unfortunately, the movie sucks. She was great. She was great in Being Julia, but it's just sort of it's just sort of like a weren't the 20s great kind of movie. Not really. 20th Century Women is the one movie. It's like an artifact. I wish I could encase that movie in glass so that it never disappears or goes away. Because at least for one moment in time, Annette Bening gave a performance that was in a great performance that was in a great movie. Her performance is respected by the movie and contextualized correctly by the movie. She is the movie. She is the movie. She's not playing sidekick to Kevin Spacey. She's not doing a big showy sort of period piece thing that almost feels like an SNL sketch. That is Annette Bening. Everything I love about Annette Bening come alive in a movie. Mike Mills crushed it in 20th Century Women. The supporting performances are great too. Billy Crudup is so funny.
All right, I've respected your take long enough. Now I'm going to be rude.
Wow.
That movie absolutely stinks. It's like looking at Instagram from 2011. It fucking blows. And also, by the way, I'm sure if you watch it now, if it was saccharine then, can you only imagine the dynamics and the slog it must be to watch them now? So Brett, that's fine. Now what movie? I'm not getting Ex Machina.
You're not getting Ex Machina. I'm not getting
just because you're mad about Civil War.
Look, no, because we each have to sacrifice. You feel very strongly about Ex Machina.
I love Brett.
But look, here's the thing. I love Ex Machina. I love Ex Machina.
All right. I
but
needed to hear
look
that.
at the top 10.
I needed to hear that.
I was not trying to make a point. I'm not trying to take it out on Alex Garland for how bad Civil War is. Here's what happened. I had the whole list. As I'm going down the list, I was like, oh, Ex Machina, slot that in. I'll put that at number 6. And then it just fell out. And I was like, I don't know what to replace it with.
All right, okay.
I don't even have 10 in my top 10. I've got like 13 in my top 10 right now because I've like squeezing 2 in on one line.
I accept your devil's bargain. It's fine.
All right.
20th Century Women's not going anywhere near our list.
I love it.
Okay, now where are we putting? Oh, we already put Midsommar on there. That was a good decision.
I took out Ex Machina with 20th Century Women.
All right,
you did it, baby. You did it, Annette.
Okay, can I see the list? Where are we right now?
Right now, we have Spring Breakers at number 1. We've got Uncut Gems at number 2. We've got Florida Project at 3.
We have fours
Moonlight at
blank.
5,
Yes,
Midsummer at 6, and Dick's the Musical at 10.
All right, tell me some more on your list, Brett.
Okay.
That you're thinking around
So,
8, 9, 10.
I have, let's see. At number 8, I have either The Witch, Robert Eggers' first movie, or a very underrated movie that I was profoundly affected by when I saw it in theaters, The Green Knight. David Lowery's movie, medieval adaptation with Dev Patel. What a impossible movie to pull off, and he pulls it off.
I've never seen it, so I can't pick. But
Okay, I'm fine. The Green Knight was like, I just kind of wanted to shout out The Green Knight. I don't ultimately think it's top 10 caliber, only because it doesn't have like. The only thing it's missing is like some really like killer moments. It's
Never
a very
seen
sort of like it's a little slow, it's a little atmospheric, but oh my gosh, that movie casts a spell, and I was entranced.
I
was
It's
entranced.
got Dev, my guy.
I've never seen like Arthuriana done well in a movie, like King Arthur mythology stuff. Nobody ever understands the sort of pagan roots of it all. They never understand the sort of deep Celtic mystery of King Arthur, and this movie gets it to a T. It is so good. It is such a beautiful, sad meditation on the inevitability of death, and I loved it. And I highly recommend it. I'm fine with it not making the top 10. I would argue more for The Witch though in the top 10.
Which isn't on my top 10, but it's definitely an honorable mention. I'm totally happy to have it down at 9 or 8 or whatever. That's fine. And then we have to have an Eggers if we're trying to honor A24.
We don't have to.
I agree, but like
we don't have
A24 would be like, come on, man, you don't have an Eggers on the A24 list. That's our whole thing.
Lighthouse is not aging well. People are turning on the Lighthouse. Northman was a miss.
Fuck The Witch. Let's put Green Room on it instead.
Green Room or Green Knight?
Green Room.
All right.
I'm saying
I like that.
Yeah, okay, great.
Right,
I love Green Room.
Green Room
Brett.
is a number 9.
Okay, I love Green Room.
Yeah,
dude.
Green Room is great.
It's so good. Patrick Stewart?
Dude, Patrick Stewart.
This movie's scary as shit.
Who's the actor that was in Blue Ruin?
Oh,
who
yeah,
doesn't look like he should be in hyper-violent movies and is in only hyper-violent movies? I gotta think of this guy's name because he needs a shout out. Macon Blair. Blair, an incredible character actor, does great work in Green Room. Anton Yelchin, R.I.P.
Oh man.
It's so
the movie's
good.
awesome. I'm so glad it's on the list.
All right, Green Room.
Thrilled.
All right, that's amazing. All right, so The Witch is going to end up being an honorable mention, I think.
Yes.
All right. We need some more sort of moonlighty movies. We need some more like prestige drama, not prestige drama, but like drama, a little bit slower movies for adults, baby. We need some movies for adults on here.
Now it's time to talk Riker.
Let me give you Reichert and Celine Song's Past Lives, which was one of the sort of A24. I thought A24's best movie last year, or Zone of Interest. So I've got like I'd like to argue for Showing Up or Past Lives somewhere on here. New movies that came out last year by female directors that absolutely stand up to pretty much everything else in the top 20, I would say.
Out of all of that,
personally,
I like Showing Up the most.
But I
know you stand for Past Lives.
I loved Showing Up. I loved
Showing Up is incredible.
I loved Showing Up. Yeah.
Do we like it better than First Cow?
Yes. For me, yes.
So me too.
Yeah.
And First Cow's really good.
First Cow's so good.
Kelly Reichert never made a bad movie.
We were talking about the best. We're talking about the absolute best movies of the last 20 years.
Okay, all right, dude. Showing Up at 8. That's
Showing
badass.
Up at 8.
Yeah,
great.
good. Showing Up is fucking amazing.
So
I'm proud of our list.
All right, here we got 2 slots. We don't have a Glazer yet, and we were talking about maybe
both
2.
Put them both, Brett. Both.
It feels right.
Zone 7, Under the Skin 4.
Yeah, it feels right.
Yes,
it feels right.
Yes. This list is amazing.
It feels really
we
good.
thought we were gonna have a big
this is
fight.
Good. No, we've made
this
up.
Is our best
we made
list.
up. All right.
Made up.
Okay. Under the Skin. Okay.
This is a wait. Is this the
this is
the list?
This is the definitive
list. This is the list.
This is the definitive list. Oh, and even for my OCD, this is perfect because I was worried Uncut Gems and Under the Skin were going to be side by side, and that's 2 you movies side by side.
Don't want you wearing that.
This is perfect. This is perfect. All right.
Great.
Okay. So
notable. Thethere's no Yorgos on this fucking
Fuck
list. We didn't even
Yorgos.
mention the Lobster. Movie stinks. Okay, here we go, Brett.
Did you see he's already churning out another one?
Yeah. Do you want?
Emma Stone dancing funny in a pantsuit. You have no ideas left.
Kinds of Kindness. All right, do you want me to read the list?
Yes, please.
Number 10, Dick's the Musical.
Love it.
Number 9, Green Room. Number 8, Showing Up. Number 7, The Zone of Interest. Number 6, Midsommar. Number 5, Moonlight. Number 4, Under the Skin. Number 3, The Florida Project. Number 2, Uncut Gems. And the number 1 greatest A24 movie of all time, Harmony Korine's Spring Breakers.
Yep, that's it. That's definitive.
That's actually
definitive. A24 should etch that in marble and put it in their front lobby.
I know we're the host, but I agree with our list 100%.
I'm surprised at how good it is.